Hey guys, welcome back and happy Thursday. This is actually a video that is not so happy. I am wishing everybody a happy Thursday. This has been an interesting day. You know, I'm sending Jason and his family a ton of love right now. Jason's attending his grandmother's funeral, and I was just watching it on live stream. My heart is so broken, and I had to kind of get it together for this too. But we're here, and I just wanted to applaud one of our favorite housewives from New York City, Bethenny Frankel. Bethenny Frankel has this organization called BStrong, and she has really put herself on the front lines of every disaster going on since she started this whole organization. And the work that she does is absolutely incredible. You guys, if you haven't heard, yesterday, from what we are hearing, Russia started to invade the Ukraine, and Bethenny is making sure that she gets in there, and she is giving us a BStrong update. So guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so Bethenny Frankel, that's right. She gave us a BStrong update. Her organization is absolutely amazing, and they are always on the front lines of every natural disaster that's going on. And obviously what's going on in the Ukraine is not a natural disaster. But I want to give you her update and then give you an update as to what's going on in the Ukraine. But as of right now, Bethenny Frankel put out BStrong update. Airways closed in 7 hours to exit Kyiv. We'll be in Kyiv Friday to meet Ukraine partners and Poland Monday to set up base camps for refugee supplies. We're working with Green Berets and airlifting good shipping boxes today. This could be the largest humanitarian crisis since World War II. She also added, donate to BStrong, Bethenny.com/BStrong. 100% goes to the effort, and we will be the first base camp for refugee distribution supplies and are already in motion packing and airlifting crisis kits at Jim Missions, #This is a crisis. Now, I want to say thank you to Reuters.com because there is some more information, but it was said, if you guys are not in the know, Jason actually called me this morning and I was reading it on the news while he was calling me to tell me about it, but here we go. Ukrainian forces battled Russian invaders on 3 sides on Thursday after Moscow mounted an assault by land, sea, and air in the biggest attack on a European state since World War II. After Russian President Vladimir Putin declared war in a pre-dawn televised address, explosions and gunfire were heard throughout the morning in Kyiv, a city of 3 million people. Missiles rained down on Ukrainian targets, and authorities reported columns of troops pouring across Ukraine's borders from Russia and Belarus to the north and east, and landing on the southern coast from the Black Sea to Azov Sea. The assault brought a calamitous, I don't want to say this word wrong, I'm sorry guys, into weeks of fruitless diplomatic efforts by Western leaders to avert war. After a day of fighting, Putin told business people in Moscow that he had no choice but to act, while Western leaders condemned the Russian leader and promised sweeping economic sanctions. This hideous and barbarous venture of Vladimir Putin must end in failure, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson told Parliament, announcing measures targeting banks, members of Putin's closest circle, and super rich Russians who enjoy high-rolling London lifestyles. President Vladimir Zelensky called on Ukrainians to defend their country and said arms would be given to anyone prepared to fight. What we have heard today are not just missile blasts, fighting in the rumble of aircraft. This is the sound of a new Iron Curtain, which has come down and is closing Russia off from the civilized world, Zelensky said. As night fell, the picture of what was happening on the ground was sketchy. Russia's defense ministry said it had destroyed 83 land-based Ukrainian targets and had achieved all its goals, according to Interfax news agency. An advisor to the Ukrainian presidential office said Russian forces had captured the Chernobyl nuclear power plant just 90 kilometers, which is 60 miles, north of the capital, and Hostomel airport in the Kyiv region, where paratroopers had earlier been landed. Fierce fighting was taking place in the regions of Sumy and Kharkiv in the northeast, and Kherson and Odessa in the south. The highway heading west out of Kyiv was choked with traffic across 5 lanes as residents fled. This is absolutely terrible. Darkest hour. In his address, Putin said he ordered a special military operation to protect people, including Russian citizens, subjected to genocide in Ukraine, an accusation the West calls baseless propaganda. And for this, we will strive for the demilitarization and demilitarization of Ukraine, Putin said. US President Joe Biden called the Russian action an unprovoked and unjustified attack. And EU Foreign Affairs Chief Joseph Borrell said these are amongst the darkest hours of Europe since the Second World War. EU leaders are meeting later. They will agree to impose further sanctions on Russia with massive and severe consequences for Moscow, according to a draft of their summit conclusions, which was seen by Reuters. The group of 7 leading industrialized nations also met, and the White House and Biden would announce the further consequences the United States and our allies and partners will impose on Russia. And then looking at the photos is terrible. A resident of Kharkiv, Ukraine's second biggest city and close to the Russian border, said windows in the apartment blocks were shaking from constant blasts. Blasts could be heard in the southeasterly port of Mariupol near a front line held by Russian-backed separatists in eastern Ukraine. Civilians in Mariupol packed bags. We are going into hiding, one woman said. Ukraine's ambassador to the United States said 40 servicemen and dozens of civilians have been reported killed, but the information was not up to date. Okay. Authorities in the southwesterly Odessa region said 18 people had been killed in a missile attack. At least 6 people were killed in Brovary, a town near Kyiv, authorities there said. Ukraine's military said it had destroyed 4 Russian tanks near Kharkiv, killed 50 troops near a town, and downed 6 Russian warplanes in the east. Russia denied that any of its aircraft or armored vehicles had been destroyed. Russian-backed separatists said that they downed 2 Ukrainian planes. Okay. Even with a full-blown invasion underway, Putin's ultimate aim is obscure. He said he did not plan a military occupation, only to disarm Ukraine and purge it of nationalists. The outright annexation of such a vast hostile country could be beyond even Russia's military capabilities. A senior US defense official said Washington believed the invasion was intended to decapitate Zelensky's government, but it is hard to see Ukrainians accepting any new leadership installed by Moscow. I think we must fight all of those who invade our country so strongly, said one man he was stuck in traffic trying to leave Kyiv. I would hang every single one of them from bridges. Guys, Biden has ruled out sending US troops to defend Ukraine, but Washington has reinforced its NATO allies in the region with extra troops and planes. Russia is one of the world's biggest energy producers, and both it and Ukraine are among the top exporters of grain. War and sanctions will disrupt economies around the world already facing a supply crisis as they emerge from the pandemic. And then they go into stocks and everything else like that. Guys, I don't really know what to say about this. Obviously, this is really even hard for me to discuss, but I just wanted to say too, because I know that my platform is a lot of Bravo. I wanted to say a huge thank you to Bethenny Frankel. You know, like when everybody's trying to fight to get her to go back to the Real Housewives of New York, look at the stuff that she's doing. And again, like if you didn't catch what I said earlier, she, in her first update was, airways closed in 7 hours to exit Kyiv. We'll be in Kyiv on Friday to meet Ukraine partners and Poland on Monday to set up base camps for refugee supplies. We're working with Green Berets and airlifting good shipping boxes today. This could be the largest humanitarian crisis since World War II. I just encourage you to go to Bethenny.com/BStrong, where 100% of, the money goes to the efforts. And like she said, we will be the first base camp for refugee distribution supplies and are already in motion, packing and airlifting crisis kits. Bethenny Frankel, thank you so much. She is the best, and I love what she's doing. It just is such a testament to her heart. Guys, if you have something to say, go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and I will see you so very soon.